You may have heard during the time that we were moving our studio to Boston that Ben Carson got into some hot water for allegedly fabricated stories. The first one was this thing about West Point, and Politico reported that Ben Carson totally fabricated that he was offered a full scholarship from West Point, that he actually never even applied to West Point. Then some more details came out. For example, that Ben Carson never said that he applied, that he was told that he could get a free ride there. And what a lot of people may not understand about West Point is that everybody sort of gets a full scholarship in the sense that you don't pay to go there, with the understanding that part of the deal is afterwards you join the military and you sort of pay back your education by being in the military. So Politico took some heat over it. I still think that there's a fair criticism there, which is that Ben Carson certainly implied that there was more of an established connection than just, oh, I met with a guy and he said if I applied I could go for free, which everybody can do if they get in. I think there is still a fair criticism there, but let's put that aside for a second, because there are many more problems with Ben Carson's past. For example, some of his stories about his violent youth, claiming to have punched a classmate in the face with his hand wrapped around a lock, leaving supposedly a bloody 3-inch gash in a kid's forehead, attempting to attack his own mother with a hammer following an argument over clothes, throwing a rock at a kid, which broke the kid's glasses and smashed his nose, thrusting a knife at the stomach of a friend with such force that the blade snapped when it coincidentally hit the kid's belt buckle, which was covered by the boy's clothes. CNN investigated this. They spoke to 9 of Ben Carson's friends and classmates and neighbors from where he grew up, and they all told CNN they not only have no knowledge or recollection of the particular incidents, that they don't even remember Ben Carson having the violent demeanor that he claims to have had when he was a kid. Now, no one was able to directly challenge the stories. How can anyone prove definitively that something didn't happen? But some of those interviewed said they were very skeptical. They said this doesn't really sound like Ben Carson, although anything could have happened behind closed doors. CNN tried to independently confirm at least some of these incidents, and they were not able to do so. Ben Carson said they all occurred when he was a kid. So it's true, maybe there's just no record of these incidents. But remember, nobody knows a thing about them. None of the school records say anything about it. Nobody that CNN spoke to said that the behavior even generally reminds them of Ben Carson. So I don't know what the truth is. What is becoming increasingly clear is that many of Ben Carson's claims are at least impossible to confirm, and there is no record of them whatsoever. There is nobody who will say it even sounds like Ben Carson. And then I don't think I have to really refute or debunk this one. Ben Carson says that God has had very specific roles in Ben Carson's life, including preventing him from getting into a near-miss car accident and in him getting a grade, an A grade on a chemistry exam. I don't really think that I have to address those two. Needless to say, nobody has been able to come forward and corroborate those. The question I have for you is whether any of this matters. After the Politico story broke about the West Point fabrication, exaggeration, lie, confusion, misunderstanding, call it what you want, some right-wing commentators were very quick to say, oh, Carson is just done. That's it. He's totally done. However, after Politico changed the headline and sort of walked back a piece of it while still saying they stand behind the gist of the story, the right-wingers said, oh yeah, this was bogus. This was a right-wing smear attack, and it's everything's totally fine with Ben Carson. Will this combination of dubious claims, I guess I can call them, have an impact on Ben Carson's candidacy? Send me your thoughts about that. I'm on Twitter at @Pakman. I'm on Facebook, facebook.com/David Pakman Show. And of course, we are on Reddit, davidpakman.com/Reddit. That's REDDIT.